Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 11th episode of Tait Talks. My name is Tait Middleton. If you're new to the show, here we fucking are. We're on YouTube. I should say I'm on YouTube because it's just fucking me. I'll be chatting to Tim Jessen today, to my right. He was the writer of the Twenties web series. Yes. And we're going to chat about writing, his creative process, all that type of stuff. So Tim, how are you, mate?
Been better, been worse. Can't complain because no one's listening. So
hopefully we have at least a couple of people listening to this. Maybe
no, not.
No, I'm with you. So you did the web series, the Twenties.
Yep.
What is it? Why? What was the fucking premise of the show?
So I'd been watching all my favourite shows, Workaholics, It's Always Sunny, Broad City, that kind of calibre of show for, since they started. And I just sort of started putting something together. It was about the idea that came about in about 2013.
Yeah.
And then
7 years ago.
Yeah.
Time flies.
Slowly, like just putting pen to paper and then typing, and then that's when I sort of 2014 maybe I caught up with Lance Fiddler. Used to play
footy with him.
He's in this circle.
Yeah.
Who was doing like a film course.
Mm-hmm.
So we got together. I sort of told him the idea. We were bouncing ideas off each other, and then it just sort of organically grew very slowly from there. I finally met up with Jesse Morton, who's one of the
episode 2. Jesse Morton.
Shout out Jesse Morton. I finally met him. I'd known of him for years.
The notorious Jesse Morton.
Yeah, went to one of his house parties. Didn't even know him. Didn't even catch up with him.
Most of the parties, yeah.
But years later, I ran into him. I was like some kind of job on a film. It was an indie film in Lorne.
Yeah.
And I was just sort of watching him perform, and I was like, "There's that character I have.
Okay.
I want him."
Yeah.
So he ended up driving me back to where we were staying that night, I think. He wasn't staying there. This was like the crew Airbnb. He drove me back to there, and I just started talking.
Yeah. And
we sit in the car for a while just out the front of the Airbnb. And he was in from the start, in like Flynn. And then we were bouncing ideas off each other, and then sort of me, Jesse and Lance would get together, and then that's when we put the ad on Star Now.
So that's like a Craigslist of fucking of actors.
That's another way, like just a waste garbage bin. That place.
Really? Is it?
They
were going to sponsor the show.
Yes and no. I mean, probably because I've never got a job from there.
Yeah, true. Everything you fucking hate,
If I was to get like just even one audition from there, then it'd be like
the greatest thing.
Top priority in my head. But
was it Star Now?
Star Now.
So Star Now is essentially you make a profile, do you? If you're looking for work,
you put your headshots up there,
which I find like.
And everyone has access to that.
Yeah.
In the world.
As a piece of shit, like I laugh so much to it, like. Headshots and stuff for me are just... People have told me to send them headshots for like posters. For like, surely you've got some headshots lying around for like posters for stand-up. And I'm like, no, I fucking don't. And then just send them some hideous selfie and be like, stick that up. And then every other cunt has some perfect little photo. And then there's my retarded look.
LinkedIn photo. Where you're like looking a little bit too far into the camera.
Yeah.
On the laptop. So we anyway put the ad out on there, and that's where Frankie got involved, who was the other third guy at the 20.
Yeah, it was
me, Jesse, and Frankie.
So you wrote it to star in it? Like you were an actor?
Yeah, I was like, I really want to be on the screen. I want to live that actor's life, which is work 6 months of the year and then
cocaine,
birds and do coke for the other 6.
Yeah.
In
be fucking weathered.
Warm places. But I was ready for that.
It was my time.
So we got Frankie involved, and he was in straight away. I think I went and met him at like a waterfront cafe in Geelong. Like waterfront, and there was like a cafe in there, and it was very weird. It was like...
So, tell me about you want to be in this movie, eh?
And I was like, when I got back from there, I was like, why did I choose that place out of everywhere?
I thought you would have chosen a pub.
Yeah.
Or was it just be like, fuck, he's an actor,
Probably
he's got to be like...
He was from Melton. And
you did not need to take him to a waterfront place. No disrespect to Melton, but it is a piece of shit.
And I'm like, we'll meet halfway at the waterfront in Geelong. I was like... Anyway, I remember...
He would have thought you were a tough. He would have been like this.
No, this is like professional. This is professional. He's from Star now, but he's meeting at a cafe on the waterfront. Yeah. So I'm in.
Yeah.
And so I remember after that, it was like a really good meeting again. It was like with Jesse. It was just like... I think
natural.
All of us were the same age, and it was just cool and organic, and it just, it gelled. So I remember... I called up Lance straight after, like, Lance, I found Jack. I found our Jack.
I got a team.
I found the 3 of us. So shortly after that, we would get together and just start filming stuff at my place, I think, in Torquay, the unit I was living at that moment. And it was just sketchy shit. And well, how about we do this? We had like a GoPro and a camera, not much better than that.
Yeah.
And we just put stuff down and try and make an episode. I try and edit an episode after it with like 3 or 4 scenes.
Yeah.
Nothing's really going on here. Then it was.
So was this the start of the 20s show?
Yeah, this is like 2000.
You 3 dudes just fucking around in an apartment.
Yeah. With like shit dialogue, dumb ideas. And so
what was the premise then? What were you actually like? What was the... Was it just in general being a 20, growing up in your 20s, the trials and tribulations type of thing, or was it
pretty much? Like mid 20s, like 3 dudes who live together. Hasn't that been done before? And I was.
So it's your version of Workaholics, the Australian version.
Yeah. And that just it wasn't really working.
Yeah.
And I wanted more of an original sort of idea.
Yeah.
Because I love the work. I love Workaholics so much that I didn't want to just like...
Grew your hair out and shit? Like Blake Anderson.
I didn't want to be like workaholic chicks.
Like
a female version of it. Oh, that's great.
You could do like I wouldn't say that word, but
we'll just
I don't know, I'm just trying to think, what can I get away with?
Tell me after.
It's like a transvestite version. I was going to say. It's going to say the slur word as they fucking...
I didn't say that.
We shouldn't say these things, and I didn't.
So
before you cancel me before the podcast comes
please
out.
Don't cancel me because this is my big break. This is my platform.
This could be your detrimental. Like you were on Tait Talks. You fucking don't you know that cunt's a Nazi?
Where were we? So we
were
just
filming.
We put just like Hal sketch stuff down, and then I think I got another job and it was sort of put on the back burner.
The acting job?
No, shit, no.
Oh, okay.
Just like a travelling interstate job kind of thing.
Yeah.
Which made it very hard.
So to like just jump back a step, you did some education in acting, some courses or something?
This was after.
So you did that first and then did it?
So I put myself on camera and I'm like, maybe I should do a bit of training.
Yeah, okay.
So I did like night classes at Screen Actors Australia, maybe? Yeah, that's right. Yeah, the adult class, which was...
The porno one?
No. This
the adult one?
Screen Actors Australia, which
is it Melbourne?
It was in Geelong.
In Geelong?
Actually, it was next to Alley Cats.
Oh, just backs onto it?
Yes, it actually was. And there was just heaps of... It was more like a confidence class than an acting class. And
maybe it was for the strippers.
That's where I met one of the girls from the 20s, from the final production. So yeah.
Alley Cat.
No, she wishes. shout out Ash. I'll go and shout out Ash. No, I wasn't being mean.
So in the screen, you met her at the Screen Actors?
Screen Actors, yeah.
Yep.
We sort of got along, and then we just kept in contact. And then years later was when we filmed the proper YouTube stuff. So yeah, I was doing those night classes, and then I was like, no, this is crap. It's like more of trying to teach people from. I don't want to get anyway. It was to bring confidence out in people.
Yeah.
So I'm like, maybe I'm a little step up from this.
Yeah.
Maybe I am. So I just stopped doing that, and then we shot a full 15-minute episode of the Twenties.
Yeah.
In 2016, which was like the pilot, which is episode 1, which was a jumping off point, which was made on no budget, which is all favours.
Yeah.
No budget.
How hard is it to film something with no budget?
Very hard.
Yeah.
But there was the 3 of us, and then there was a girl who was Carly Williams.
Shout out to Carly.
Shout out Carly. She's like a professional. She's been on Neighbours and stuff.
Oh shit! So she's an actual she's like, oh, look at this fucking dog shit production.
Yeah, and she was so lovely. She's so nice about it. She has been to Hollywood a fair number of times.
Yeah.
But yeah, she was in the production, and she sort of helped drive it.
Yep.
With that, the female perspective, we added a female into it, and made the first episode. Did a bit, didn't get as much traction as I would have liked, but then when we started writing the 5 episodes for the next sort of gen of the show,
yeah,
that was the base of the Indiegogo, the crowdfunding platform.
Oh, okay.
Which is also such a bad thing to do. Asking people for money.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. That I can't do that anymore.
So you could never be a homeless person.
No.
Ask people for money.
Well, I receive it, but I don't ask for
it.
So yeah, that was like we had that episode for the crowdfunding thing, and then a couple of months later is January 2017.
Yeah.
Where we shot 5 episodes in 5 days. We had like a much bigger production. There was 5 characters.
So you made money? Let's shoot back to from the crowdfunding type thing. You made money for the budget.
Yeah, it was like bits and pieces from people and then mum.
Okay. Yeah.
So there was like $1,000 to be executive producer or something.
Yeah.
And mum was like, she was...
Make me the director, he's 10 grand.
Yeah, I wish.
Yeah.
So she put in like a bit of money just to, I guess, I didn't even ask her, but she's like, yeah, just shut up, I'll transfer you the money. I was like,
sweet.
What? So there's no going back now.
Yeah. An actor.
The scripts were written, which I did.
Yeah.
Which I don't really even remember writing it.
Yeah. In a blur?
Yeah.
In a writer's haze?
Yeah, it was like nearly like 4 years ago. And we wrote a lot. I think Lance and I think I wrote like the guts of it and stuff, and then Lance had tweaked it a bit. And maybe actually another girl, Beth from Melbourne as well, who was one of Lance's friends. She was a producer. She tweaked
What the fuck is a producer?
Someone who like wrangles everyone, organises the production. They're like...
It's like a manager.
Yeah.
A movie way of saying manager.
They organise most of it.
Yeah.
A lot of the behind the scenes stuff is the producer.
So I'm the producer and the director of this podcast.
Creator, the funding. Every tier, every job there is probably you.
Yeah, so I'm failing in a lot of different areas.
Data wrangler, the DP, the sound guy, the sound engineer, the editor, the producer, the writer.
The guest fucking getter. That's shit.
That's you.
Yeah.
That's you.
There's a lot of stuff going to it.
That's you, my guy.
So listen to the fucking podcast, you fucks.
Yeah.
Or don't, It's Joe Rogan out there.
Do you know what? Right. I was talking to Corey, who's my partner, my business partner. I said, Tait, He's like,
He's like that fat fuck.
Yeah. His words, not mine.
Yeah.
I go, oh, Tate's got a podcast. And he's like, oh, really? Oh, does he? And I'm like, guess who's on it? He goes, oh, who? Joe Rogan. I was like,
Close Joe.
And I was like, he actually meant that genuinely. And I was like, me? And he just started laughing. He was like, I can't wait to listen to it. If it's live, I'm going to be harassing you guys on Facebook.
Well, let's just give a big get fucked Corey. It's
Shout
not my business partner.
Shout out Corey, Torquay Fencing.
Yeah.
Fuck you, and I'll see you tomorrow and the day after that and every other day.
Even though this episode will come out in 3 months.
Is it? Is that
Yeah, yeah, because it's...
Who knows if we'll be together by then?
It's true. You just badmouth the cunt.
A couple of big jobs and we'll fuck off.
Yeah.
And like we have a joint bank account.
Ooh,
you know,
you are partners.
Yeah. Where were we?
What was it? The girl's name? There was a chick.
Yep. There was
the Lance.
So there was the
producer.
There was a so that's right. 1,000 pardons to everyone out. Yeah, who's still tuning in.
To the 7 people.
17 minutes.
Thanks, Mum.
Deep.
Yeah.
And thanks to my mum as well.
Is she gonna listen? You reckon? I don't think she. Don't listen to any other episodes if it's Tim's mum.
Is this not mum friendly? Is it?
This is fucking not mum friendly.
Right.
This is. My mum will watch it and be like, "Get out of the fucking house! I did not raise you like this." Yeah. Which there are in the house. Yeah.
Love it. This is we're January 2017.
Yep.
Right. It was the middle of Jan, I think, and we've got a house in Ocean Grove, like a full house to shoot in.
How did you wrangle that?
We had some producers on board.
Yep.
Coming back to that title, producers.
Producers.
Which who was that? That was Mark and Chris.
Just make up a name.
Look at you, like you know. So shout out who?
Mark and Chris.
Shout out Mark and Chris from Hey Arnold, which I think defunct now.
Okay. It's a
anyway,
show.
They were. Hey.
Is the
That was the production company.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And it's not Chris. His name's not Chris. But there's another Chris on set.
He's not going to listen to it. Fucking man.
I know. But if he does, 1,000 pardons. I'm sorry.
You just,
so yeah, we
meant nothing to Tim. That's all.
He does.
Producing.
Nick. Sorry, it's Nick.
Nick
Topazakis.
Oh, fucking producing Nick.
I got it there last minute by the skin of my dick. So we've got this house. We've got 5 episodes to shoot over 5 days in the middle of Jan. It was boiling.
Yeah, I was going to say that's could be on one.
So
how do you cope with that? You're fucking sweating and shit.
The last day, I think it was on the Monday. It was like a 42-degree day, and it was like 10 bodies upstairs. It was like an open plan kitchen, lounge room, dining sort of thing, and the last scene was in that area.
Yep.
And it was like 10 to 12, humans up there.
Making it hot.
And we had to turn the AC off every time in between the takes because it was too loud.
Yeah.
Lance wouldn't let the AC on because he was picking up in his feed.
Lance a lot. Just fucking like, nah.
Lance
perfect.
Lance the fiddler.
Yeah.
So you can actually see on, I think it's episode 3 when we were shooting. Episode 3 on YouTube. Yeah. People's like red faces and the makeup was like slipping and stuff.
Who did the makeup? Just another name you forget. I suppose it is a few years ago.
Thank you.
But names are not important.
Please don't ask me names.
Yeah.
Okay.
But alright, so not the name, but you actually had a makeup artist.
we had
that's more what I was going for.
An MUA, which is a makeup artist.
That's what they are called.
Yeah,
okay.
we had,
see that now in the films. I'm like,
a
fucking makeup artist.
What's her name again? Or what's his name again?
Yeah.
We had a makeup artist. We had like up to 17 people on set.
Fuck.
5 actors, and then the
and
rest
was it all pro bono? No, was anyone?
There was a few people. Few people were paid.
Yeah.
and Frankie, the actor, I was going to pay him.
The star.
He was living in Sydney at the time as well, so I had to fly him down from Sydney.
Oh shit!
And
this is real legit that you've gone from fucking.
And he was living on set in the house.
Yeah.
And like it was his room on set and his room at night.
Yeah.
Stuff. We shot in there. So yeah, I had to fly him down and then get him from the Gull bus in Geelong. Then we drove to Ocean Grove, and then he had to be driven back to the Gull bus on Tuesday morning.
Yeah.
Go back home, and this is all like time off he took from work.
Yeah. Is he an actor or was he?
He is, yeah, but he works for the Swans, for the Sydney Swans.
Mm.
He was, now he's back at Hawthorn as a graphic and media guy.
Yeah.
But yeah, he has a few things here and there. Shout out Frankie Holtzier Jr.
Oh, Junior.
Yeah, Junior. He makes a statement about that part of his name.
Yeah. Doesn't want to get confused with his dad.
Nah.
Yeah.
I think he'd be senior, wouldn't he?
Yep, he would be. Yeah, that's the only way you could be a junior.
Yeah.
If your dad's the senior. It's arrogance. I'm not fucking saying people should do it, but it's.
I'm not going to call my.
I'm gonna
child
Tait Junior. People be like, "That's disgusting. You've never accomplished one thing in your fucking life, and now you don't want to burden on that little bastard."
You've worked in a factory your whole life. You know, go and live in siren to siren. You're like, oh, I'm going to call my son my name.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it. It's
a fucking. I'm not having to go at you, fucking whatever the guy's name, Junior. But
either am I. But I get it. You know.
But I get the arrogance. Women don't do it. There's no fucking Miss Junior or I don't know what the fuck a woman's. I've never heard of a woman being junior. Even Siri's getting involved.
No, she's not responding to that.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I've never thought of that. No female juniors.
Yeah, it's arrogance.
It's
not equality, is it?
If there is, shoot it over to him.
Yeah.
Slip into his DMs.
Yeah. So I only touch the big topics here. Yeah.
You got
female juniors.
Very local grade actor on your
podcast
show,
today.
So it's only the biggest.
Only the best, they say.
Yeah. Where are we? So we're in Jan. We got all these people on set.
Boiling hot.
Yeah. And we got through 5 episodes in 5 days, which was a lot of. It was the most fun I've ever had. It was like
really?
Probably like some of.
You on the chirps and shit at night, or were you like?
I tried not to, but we always had slabs, and we always had like catering and stuff as well.
You just went all out.
I did. I tried to make it as comfortable as possible, and then do call times. You have to be in the makeup chair by 8:30 every morning. And we go out on location as well, and it was just.
How do you get locations?
We just kept it. There was the house, which was the main thing.
Yeah.
We had that for the 6 days, and then there was a bar in Ocean Grove that we shot at, which was just a bit of like emails back and forth. It was very quiet. It was open to the public.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, but it was very quiet. So that night.
Do you tell people to shut up? Like, fuck.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, we're gonna film a scene in here.
Yeah.
I'll buy you a pot if you shut the fuck up for 2
That was pretty much it. Or just like talk amongst yourselves very quietly at the back. We had to like see.
Listen here, peasants. I'm an actor. I wrote this shit.
And
I didn't write you in the fucking scene.
I'm a writer, producer, actor.
Yeah.
I know how to use the computer.
Yeah, I know thing.
Don't come. And then the next morning was a cafe scene.
Yeah.
And then there were what else was there? There was a forest scene which we just did guerrilla style.
Yeah. Scaring the fuck out of people going for a walk.
Which was fun. And then another house where I was living at the time.
So there's like 4 or 5 different locations.
Yeah, so it was sort of written the way to keep it basic.
Yeah. I mean, if you don't have a budget and you can't be like, hey, we got to stop your whole fucking thing. We're renting it out for the day.
Or even, I couldn't even just set up a lounge room in a studio or a shed because we didn't have those facilities. So we actually had to use the whole house.
Yeah.
And then once we got the house, could edit the scripts and, So
you have to rewrite the scripts a fair bit to go along with the surroundings?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because,
and then, so once we knew we had the house, could sort of change the, a scene in a bedroom instead of somewhere else.
I have written fucking spa here.
Yeah.
I have a spa.
Spa.
Get in the bath.
There's a bathroom scene as well.
Yeah.
Which was fun.
Okay.
So that was...
How many takes did it take you guys to get through, like, just your average set? Like, I don't know what you'd call it, like, you're filming a minute scene.
Whatever. Yeah, a scene. So you try and get, like, 4 variations of it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And the director would give those sort of variations.
Yeah. So next time you'd be like, hey, Tim, I need you to fucking put your dick back in your pants for this one, mate. Yeah. And you're like, okay, alright.
I can do it on my set.
Yeah.
But if I'm on someone else's set, I better keep it inside.
Okay, yeah.
So, yeah, you go for 4 variations, and depending how good the cast is...
Yeah. You're pretty new-ish, sort of?
Yeah, mate. Yeah. I decided to do like a acting course after the show, and now I look back and I'm like, you're a fuckhead.
Why didn't you do this?
Why did I put myself in it?
Yeah. Not knowing how to like ride a motorbike and then buying some like sick Ducati or something.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah. Well, I just start on the quad.
Yeah. You scooter first, mate. Yeah.
A Razor.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was in it, and then I can just remember being on set and just trying to jam all these words out in one sentence, and people
they're like, mate, there's more.
That was good, everyone, but Tim would go again.
Yeah. And
I was supposed to be like the director as well. Well, I sort of was. I was the director, a bit shadowed by Lance and sort of some of the other producers on set.
So really good to have Lance there and
to
be like, hey, we need to do this again because you're mumbling and stumbling.
Yeah, and he is pretty like perfectionist on that side of things.
Yeah.
So he was it's really great to have. He has like a really good brain with that stuff.
Yeah.
And he's free.
Because he did a course.
Yeah. But he has that attention to detail.
Yeah, that's what you mean.
Yeah, so like I can be like, oh yeah, this is how the scene's going to go, but he's behind the camera.
Yeah.
And he knows how it's going to go, and he knows that the marks have got to be here, and we've got to hit the notes, hit the words here.
Yep.
And that sort of thing. So that attention to detail was...
And it's good, if you're doing both things and you're acting, it'd be mighty hard to be like, alright, I just did this, this and this, to look for those cues. Like if you want to purely act and be in the scene and be 100% with it, then actually be behind the camera and be like, oh, actually the window was, something little, like it's good to have, I think, from just my point of view, another fucking person there going, hey, good, but do it like this next time, because you're not going to see yourself acting. Maybe your hands are junior or whatever. Yeah,
that's right. So when you see those guys on my shows, it's always saying the creators and stuff.
Yeah.
Who you see them as the director.
Yeah.
They've stepped up and they're acting in it, and they're directing and they're going as hard as they can.
Yeah.
That is that's amazing. You can't. I sort of know how it is, kind of.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's like everything. I'm just going to quickly pause here, mate.
Yep.
Jump straight back in. And we are back after that short little fucking camera change. If you've been listening to the podcast and you go, why the fuck does this idiot always change the camera, or say he's changing the camera? I have a DSLR camera and it only films for 29 minutes and 59 seconds. Some tax fucking bracket bullshit. So I have to stop periodically. If you listen to the podcast and you're going, why is this fat idiot fucking doing it? That's fucking reason.
That's not a really nice thing to say about me.
I was talking about myself, but if you want to take it like that. We were talking about directing, people jumping in back and forth.
Yeah.
It's pretty fucking hard to do. You figured out, and you got a lot of respect for people doing that now. In your short time.
If it's your show and you work your way up to, and you want to direct it and stuff, that that's, you can't really get much higher than that. You're taking on...
So Stallone does that a lot.
Yeah.
So he must fucking do his bit, go back, watch it and be like, fuck, no, I'm going to do it like this.
Did he direct Rocky 1?
He wrote Rocky 1.
Yeah.
Rocky 1. I got punched in the fucking head. He definitely wrote it because there's that big thing is some script buyers fucking
that's what I was gonna say.
wanted to buy it, and he was like, fuck off. I'm Rocky, I wrote the character as me, and they were like, you're not an actor, go back and do your softcore pornos, and he was like, I'm the Italian Stallion, and then he came back, and then he finally bought it, and then he just fucking killed it. I literally just watched like Rambo 2 just before, where he's quite young. I think it went like Rocky, Rambo, Rocky 2, Rambo 2, it's gone like and you're like, God, he's young, and he wrote the screenplay and stuff like that.
And then now, like, his mouth is like...
Yeah. He actually sounds like all the time. But if you're watching Stallone, I've enjoyed your films, and I hope to get you on the podcast.
I've never really watched the Stallone film. And
I'm happy to fucking kibosh his episode.
Start beefing with me, then here I am. Yeah.
That's how you get famous.
I'm floating around Torquay most days.
Yeah.
So come at me.
Yeah, he's in his 70s and still jacked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think I'd be quicker than... Like, run away.
Oh, you run? Okay, yeah.
I
was going to say, I would back
I'd run to my truck without a truck license and just take off.
Yeah. That's fair enough.
That's...
I wouldn't fight him. He's a mean... He seems like he'd be a mean dude. But, we were talking about the directing. You had 5 days of 5 episodes. You fucked old mate back off to Sydney. I assume by then, after he's done his work, he's got his fucking his summer money. You've taken off.
No, he didn't. He didn't. No,
fuck you, mate.
I set money aside for everyone, and some didn't take it. And I was like, "All right, I'm gonna get t-shirts made."
Okay.
And I got them made, and they're all wrong. Like they're like too tight. And it was.
Hopefully, the Tait Talks podcast t-shirt fits you, mate.
Yeah,
it's a large.
I'm looking forward to sleeping in that tonight.
Yeah.
So, yeah, some of them did take it, some of them did take the money, and so what have we got now? We've got Australia Day.
Oh,
so
are we still in 2017?
Oh, fuck yeah.
Okay.
We've just wrapped maybe the day before Australia Day.
Yeah.
2017. I'd like to keep it specific.
Yeah. 25th, 2017, January.
Yep. That was a Tuesday.
Okay. 7:05 p.m.
Had a day off from work on my Monday to Friday.
Yeah.
On that public holiday, went and got dog shit drunk with Nick at the inn. Shout out Nick. Shout out the inn. Just like to keep the shout outs going on.
Yeah.
Just shouting them out. And then after that, I got in front of the computer. Me and Lance got in front of the computer.
Just edited the shit out of it.
Matched everything up because we had...
How long does it take to edit? One episode? Let's just say one episode.
So
how long do you film for? Let's go back to that. So one episode takes you a day to film, it sounds like, or because you did that. So what are we... In the chair at 8:30 a.m, makeup, then you start filming periodic, like different scenes and whatnot. You start at 8:30 a.m. What time are you finishing in the p.m?
9.
9. So they're long days.
Yeah. Yep. So. And it was good to keep it at the one location because we could have, we had the whoever would organise the catering, bring that in, stop for like 45 minutes. Make the sandwiches and the salads and chuck the stuff in the oven. And then get back into it. It was like a job. Like it wasn't like I remember I had to take 6 unpaid days off work. Yeah. And they were like, have fun on your vacay.
You're like, mate, I'm going to fucking work.
This is my ticket to Hollywood, so shut your ass. And it was hard. It was fun, but it was a lot of
long days.
Yeah.
Imagine if it was me, I'd be stressing. I would be like fucking. I get nervous when I'm cooking a fucking chicken. I'm like, is it going to poison me? I freak out.
Just buy it, bro.
Yeah, I probably should, but I like the fear.
I like the fear.
Yeah, they are fucking cheap, aren't they?
Off topic again.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
So we've shot, like a 12-hour day times 5.
Yeah.
And then took a couple of days off, and then Lance would come over maybe 3 or 4 nights a week after work, and we just get into it.
Yeah.
They had the video and then all the sound was shot with a boom mic.
Yeah.
On his pack, we had a sound recorders too, which Richard, you got that name?
Dick, yeah.
Yeah, Dickie. He was amazing as well, and he had all the there was 5 files of the days.
Yeah, okay.
Per day was a file.
Imagine losing one.
I can't. It's every day we had to. It's called data wrangling, which is getting everything off the computer, off the cards onto the hard drive.
And just being like,
it was
don't break, baby.
The video, the sound, and then like all the. And we also had another guy on set who was the behind the scenes shit. So it was.
Just mucking around, just being like filming.
He was a student.
You eating a dim sim or something.
Yeah, he was a student, and there's a 20-minute video, which is. It's fun.
Yeah.
That he put together behind the scenes.
Yeah.
He was a student, I think.
Yeah.
And we just got him down. There was 4 bunk beds in one of the rooms at the house, which 4 guys stayed in.
Oh, really?
The sound guy, the behind the scenes guy. We had a runner, a guy who just it was running, who did the gaffering and lighting and just running around. He was another student as well.
Yeah. I mean, you got to do that shit.
Yeah.
Like, if you want to get into the industry...
They were credited so hard.
Yeah.
They weren't paid, but they were credited.
Yeah.
And that's all they wanted.
It's a full scene of just a picture of them for 30 seconds with no sound.
In his behind the scenes video, of course.
Yeah.
Not the episode.
Yeah, I get on this shit. You can pick your font, what we write, your name.
Oh, they had full creative control of their thing.
Yeah.
Just rock up 8:30.
It's a good experience, though.
Be awake.
There's no real stress on them. There's a little bit, but not.
It was crazy. A bit of a holiday for them as well. A paid holiday.
And they get to fair.
So, we had all these people on set to organise as well, which was fun.
Are you a natural leader?
No.
So you were just like, hey guys,
when you're ready,
today we're filming, and I just wanted to make sure that everyone's having fun.
But everyone was respectful.
Yeah.
Because it was so...
I suppose the thing is you did have a bit of coin for them. And that does change the ball.
Yeah.
I mean, people, even if it's
they'll be there at 8:45 instead of 8:30.
Yeah, okay,
They're being paid.
Yeah.
It was just everyone was pretty respectful.
What's the biggest dramas? I suppose you knew everyone on the actors besides probably the Sydney dude, but
I knew Frankie. That's Frankie.
Yeah.
We were close.
Oh, so you close?
Good mates from the jump, really.
Yeah. So there was no one being a hissy fucking princess and you're like, listen, cunt.
Yeah.
It's time to act, not act like a cunt.
Yeah. Go.
Yeah.
Other than
take off your top.
Other than time.
Yeah.
There's one night. It was a Saturday night. We'd filmed all day.
Yeah.
And Jesse Morton.
Jesse.
Yeah. Had
devil.
So this story has all to do with his looks.
Yeah.
He had a gig that night for one of his friends, a chick friend, with another guy. There's topless waiters for hens, I think.
Some fucking handsome Jesse would do, yeah.
And this was in Grovedale, and we're in Ocean Grove, the 25 k's or whatever.
He got on the terps, did he?
He somehow got a lift down there mid-afternoon, and then I had to go and pick him up. And Ash, the other chick, she came with me. She was also pretty half cut.
Yeah.
And we had to drag, because we had one scene to shoot from 10 o'clock or whatever.
Yeah.
It was actually the last shoot. It was the last scene of the last episode. We had to shoot that Saturday night.
Yeah.
And
so it's so close you could taste it.
Yeah. No, that was the middle of the shoot, but it was the last.
Okay, so yeah.
Last, so
it's never in order, is it? It's just
Yeah.
Fucking annoying.
So had to go and pick him up. So there was 2 of us, and she was pretty cut as well. And I was tired, and I had to go out of my way to get him. And he was fucking blind.
What,
so
Jesse?
drunk, and it was such a struggle to get him in the car.
Yeah.
Because he was having so much fun. He wanted to stay. I'm like, I'm sorry, you have to be here for the last. He didn't really have any he didn't have any dialogue, but he had to be there.
Yeah, just to stand there. Look pretty.
He was fucking blind. And he got in the car with like a black tuxedo, black tie.
Yeah, and that's it.
A bow tie and his black pants. And we got back, had to shoot like an hour, I think it was, to finish the show.
Yeah.
And to finish that day. And he just ended up, he was asleep in the shot. I'll put a t-shirt on him, like he was asleep like that on the couch.
Some sunnies on him, just
a couch or a lounge room set scene.
Yeah.
Which closes the show. And he's like, I'm just going to fall asleep. I was just shut up, just fall asleep. Just do whatever you need to do.
You just need your body here.
Yeah. And anyway, that worked.
Yeah.
But thinking back on that was... Like at the time,
you were like,
I was fucking livid.
That's a smaller one on the scale of like, that's pretty good. If that's your, if you're like, oh, one day fucking someone ran off and this and that, fucking camera broke, that would be
it all worked. There was not one issue with the sound, not one issue with the camera.
And it was like, the more you shoot, the more troubles you can have.
Yeah. And it was all that thing of like, everyone was just respectful.
Yeah. So if you're an actor out there, be respectful. If you're a fucking human out there, be respectful.
Yeah,
you get to be in a fucking TV show.
Yeah, just
web series.
Respect.
Yeah.
RESPECT.
We got that.
But we ended up using the next day. It was a party scene. We used Jesse's topless body and that bow tie.
So it all worked. It was
actually worked, and
amused
black
for
pants, and it just worked. So thanks, I guess, Jesse. And
thanks for being handsome, Jesse.
Yeah.
Did you... So obviously you never made any money. It was just purely, had some money to give out to people.
I wouldn't care about the money if there were views on YouTube, but there's neither. So it's...
But the good thing about it is you can fucking... It's filmed, and you can...
So hopefully this is going to get it back into circulation. I'm going to ride your coattails so hard. By episode 11, I want to see like a 70k plus audience.
What is can I ask what what we're sitting at with the yours at?
Like 134 per episode.
Yeah.
Which is, actually, there's an episode with Adam Rochester in it.
Muscles.
I got his...
Trying to get him on the podcast.
Did he say no?
He said yes. It's just I got to wrangle him to get him on. And the showrunner to fucking getting him on. I'll be picking him up from his house in a fucking...
So, shout out Adam.
Did he with his social media following?
I got him like to strip his clothes off.
He's a bodybuilder for the people who don't know who he is.
And this was like...
He's jacked.
This is 3 years ago, so now he's even more.
Yeah.
But he was huge already.
Yeah, he's fucked.
And...
It's crazy.
I got him in it, and I was like, yes.
Now do my bidding and fucking share this.
He was like this huge hulking guy.
Yeah. Good thumbnail to just have on the
and
YouTube.
Lance was directing him, and Lance was like, "Oh, can you
put more oil on him?"
Lance was like, "Oh, that was really great, Adam. Do you wanna can you do it again, please?" And he's like, "Yeah." But Lance was he was like intimidated by the size of him. Anyway, I think he shared one of the episode he was in.
Yeah.
And that got so many hits than like the rest of them.
It's crazy that one person
It's really annoying, yeah.
Yeah. It's like you see those weird little shows, and then they will have a cameo of Brad Pitt or someone like that, and all of a sudden it's just like...
that will they'll ride...
Yeah. At least for a few weeks anyway. Yeah. So the problem is, like, you can do that, but if your content's shit... then it just plummets back down. And
I think there's some like fun stuff in the show on YouTube. So
it's how does the listener get to watch your video? I'll put a link in it, the description on YouTube. But for the people listening, how do I get to you?
I think it's just the 20s on.
Is it the 20s written as 20? The word 20 or the numbers?
TWE and the rest.
Yeah.
There's also a show on YouTube called Twenties, the series. And I didn't realise that until after I'd like got stickers made and got the
Yeah.
Facebook page. The Facebook page is the 20s, no, facebook.com/the 20s69. So
Okay.
keep it like
That's
real
69,
highbrow, you know.
Yeah.
Like the highbrow numbers, which every time I go onto, I only have Facebook on the computer
Yeah.
because I'm quite, you know, mature now, like old,
Yeah.
and I sit in front of the computer and be like,
Yeah. So, with a monocle,
yeah,
a pipe.
like look back and put the glasses.
She's in a bikini again.
Stories.
Yeah.
You can pause stories on the desktop. Every time I log on the computer, it is, you can see the numbers on the side, and it just goes down every week. We got up to like 1,060 likes or something, which was like.
Why the fuck does it go down? It's strange. You're actively like, nah.
Yeah.
Fuck that Jessen cunt.
They have to like search for the 20s and like, nah.
That is rude.
There has not been a bit of content for 3 years.
That's what I mean.
So it's like how and
very strange.
Why, whatever.
Maybe it should. I don't know. Maybe it's an algorithm or something.
Or people as they get older delete Facebook, and Mark Zuckerberg is keeping up with them.
And he's like, take the likes away. They're not real.
They can't keep So that's how you would find it.
Yeah, the 20s. The 20s on YouTube.
Yeah, and now because like it was 3 years ago when we released
and
them.
it's a lower on the scale, isn't it?
Yeah, well, we released them 3 years ago.
Can you re-upload them? Have you ever thought about that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the memories keep popping up on Facebook.
Yeah.
It's like every year that goes past, it's like, shit, that was that long ago.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like if we were to get it back in the mix and try and... Because it's like a good digital footprint for, you know, for meetings and stuff with production companies.
Yeah.
Because I've tried that. I had a meeting at the start of the year, I think it was.
For the 20s?
It was for another show that I was working on, that I started working on 2 years ago.
Yeah.
No, it's like straight after the 20s actually. No, I don't know, 2 years ago or so.
Yeah.
Shit, who cares? Anyway, it was a show I was working on for that long, and I sort of got like 40 pages, like a first episode, and got all the characters.
Is it the same 20s type thing again?
Something
different?
Yes and no.
Yeah.
And I it got into the hands of someone, like a company in Melbourne.
Yeah, yeah.
And I got a meeting with them in the city.
How does it get into someone's hands?
It's like I knew someone
Okay.
their brother worked for this company, and
So is it the industry is it's who you know, not what you know type thing?
Mate,
like anything?
Yeah. I wouldn't even know how to, or who do I send like 40 pages of something that I have been working on, so who do I send it to?
Yeah, it's so weird.
But yeah, I somehow got into the hands of these people, and they showed a bit of interest, and I got a meeting with them.
So what's that go like? So you walk into my office, I'm fucking big dick fucking someone, I'm buying scripts and fucking...
It's in Melbourne.
In Melbourne.
It's like not like that at all.
So they brought you to they brought you to St Kilda Cafe on the waterfront there, and did what you did to that dude in Sydney?
Sure. They actually had an office.
Yeah.
And we had like a 2-hour meeting, I think it was, with like the CEO, the guy I had been talking to, and like we had like...
Who's we?
No, sorry, me.
So just you?
Yeah.
You freaking out?
No, I was pretty like calm about it, because it was like, this isn't my be all and end all. Unfortunately, that's sort of how I am. Like this is not...
okay.
Maybe in a few years when I'm a bit...
Even more fucking mature.
I was
you
going to say mature, yeah.
Yeah, you don't even have Facebook anymore.
When I'm ready.
Yeah, you're looking at it on an iPad now, because you've got
an iPad.
Yeah, I don't know.
Taking selfies with an iPad at like a...
It's old people.
Jimmy Barnes.
Yeah. Fucking psychopaths. That's why I've kept my mum in the dark of technology.
Good, that's the right thing to do.
The house is, we don't have lights. She's just sitting in there by herself. Turn a candle on once we go back in.
You're not joking, are you?
Yeah. She just turns the lights out for the shed from inside. It's just an extension cord into the fucking house, so she heard me.
I love it.
It's very fucking. Well, I would say very amateur.
Amish.
I was trying to think. It's not Amish. Yeah.
So we're at this office
Yep.
in the city.
And you're just chatting to some fucking dude.
Yeah.
CEO, other dude.
So it was like a Middle Eastern woman. These people were not my demographic too, so I was kind of cornered.
Yeah.
I was like, shit. So there was these like an Asian dude, like a Middle Eastern woman, like a cute little like mousy girl who was in the back corner, and then there was like this like a computer guy taking notes. He was like, what's
They're
that?
pretty legit though, aren't they?
Yeah.
Pretty
What's
fucking.
that? You know that on Reddit, Aid Skrillex. Do you know that guy?
Skrillex.
What
is Skrillex?
He looks like Skrillex. He has like a busted up face.
Oh really? Okay.
Aid Skrillex, and then they take him off from South Park. It's
really?
a whole thing.
Yeah.
This guy had his computer and he was taking notes, and I could see that there's people who like they put band-aids over the computer because they think people are watching. So it's like, mate, I know that you have been wanking recently.
That's the only reason you fucking do it.
But even then, no one is watching
But
you.
Zuckerberg has that on his computer. You ever seen that photo? Zuckerberg in his office all like, hey, I'm a criminal. And then his webcam or his computer has a band-aid over the fucking little thingy. So it's like, oh shit, he's the one pausing stories. He's like, you know what, we need a feature so I can pause these stories.
This guy fucks.
Yeah.
Right, okay, well now maybe it's not such a...
If he's doing it. That's what the thing was. It's like, if Mark Zuckerberg is doing this, who do you think's fucking watching? If he's freaked out, you know what I mean? There's a conspiracy there. Sorry.
Who wants to see me do that anyway? You know? If they want to see it, they can see it.
Yeah, it's like, don't get on my fucking webcams, look through my window. Sit next to me on the bus, for fuck's sake. So you're in there, you're doing your fucking, the meeting.
Yeah, and it's going, they gave me like 2 hours, and it was...
Do you wear a suit?
No, but I wore some, nice clothing.
Yeah. Your Bunnings jumper?
No. I'd come from work, but I got changed, so I put the train down, put Savage on by Giorgio Armani.
Smelling nice.
It was pungent throughout the office. People always comment me on my smell too.
Really?
Yeah,
is it your go-to?
That's my favourite thing.
Really? You fucking smell nice, man.
That's my...
My people always comment me on my eyes, and they're dead. Thank you. It's a nice blue dead colour.
Sometimes I'm like...
Come back here, boy.
So we're in this office, and they're talking about the project was called The Key.
Yep.
Which was it's like said in Talkie, The Key.
Oh yeah.
Spelt Quay, pronounced key.
Yep.
But it was just I'd been stuck on the one episode for like 2 years, and I just kept refining it, and they gave me the time and effort, and they're like, how about you do this? There's a few changes and stuff, and this was just before COVID. So,
so this was recently?
Yeah, this is in Feb, yeah.
Oh, shit.
Feb this year.
My mind was still in 2017.
Sorry, the timeline.
Yeah.
The timeline is...
The timeline is how you film shit, back and forth.
It's like an inception of timelines. So you... They had seen the 20s, I think, and they liked it.
Really? So can you... Obviously, actually definitely don't say their name. But,
don't ask me.
Oh, fucking... You're really good with names. That's what I like about you.
Thanks. Who again?
Yeah.
Tait.
TED Talks.
TED Talks.
Okay, so you obviously you couldn't do that because COVID's... I suppose you could rewrite some shit into it. What kind of notes do they give you? Just out of curiosity.
Quite a few, and just heaps of things to...
Is that we need more diversity or this or that?
Yes and no.
More nudity. I want to see 3 tits. 3.
2 and a man.
Yeah.
Two and a man.
Yeah.
So there were tips and how to refine the writing with just watching YouTube tutorials.
Really?
And like the
This is how you write it, dummy.
yeah, like they gave me heaps of how to write the five characters with like the strong hero guy, the dumb guy.
You're like, yeah, but I don't want to. Can you be like, I don't want to do that?
Yeah,
like, I want it like how I've fucking written.
Yeah, but
and that's why it's different.
I don't want to give this to Channel 7 or.
Yeah.
I'll take the money, of course.
Yeah.
Fucking
Sell out so fucking
so quick.
Yeah.
My missus is like, if you do that, she's not going to be happy. Shout out Georgia. How long have we been going? I'll just shout her out now.
55 minutes.
Sorry, babe.
You build into it.
Can we edit this to make it at the start?
I'll do it. I'll send a little sample to her. Just be like, please. Shout out to Georgia.
Shout out Georgia.
I'm glad you remembered her name too.
Now, where were we?
It's re-fucking...
so
rewriting the stuff and you were like, I don't really want to change it, but you would sell out if you could.
In a heartbeat.
Yeah.
If the dollar sign was right.
Yeah.
And what's that, like 15 grand? Oh, in a heartbeat.
15 grand? Is that all things? 15 grand? I'm like, I need you to do a murder.
I think it's
15 grand flat.
It's even less. Like for things like Netflix is like 10 pages.
Really?
And a really good story. 10 grand and they'd buy it off you.
Hang on a minute. Let's go back to that because I know surely someone's creative enough out there on out of my 7 people. Just looking at you, Mum. So it's 10 pages.
Mm-hmm.
And you get $1,000 a page.
Sure.
Essentially,
sure.
10 grand.
Sure.
So you just write a story.
If you have a good original story and a really solid 10 pages, whether 10 pages is the selling point. If you have written a really good 10 pages and that's what you give them, they really want to see the 11th page and more.
Oh, so they want more.
Yeah. If
they give you 10 grand and then you're like, I just got 10 grand, I give a fuck.
Yeah.
Get your own 11th page, fuckers.
So...
Can you just sell the 10?
Yeah. And then they can either take the idea off you and make it their own. With
so like as we talked about Rocky at the start, like they just want the script because they like it.
Yeah. And it was original back in like the 70s.
Yeah.
Because Netflix is churning out.
Yeah, they need content left, right, center. And they're competing now with fucking Disney, they got fucking Hulu, they got fucking Amazon.
So there's all this stuff, they're like, it's like between $7,500 and $10,000 for a good project.
And they just want to jump on that.
Yeah. And they're
going to quickly pause here, mate, sorry. We're back.
Yep.
We're back to fucking... we were just chatting about putting out Netflix and stuff like that. The script, people want to buy it. $7,500 to $10,000 for 10 pages that Netflix want to jump on.
Yep. And a really good story. Yep. A really good synopsis and a full page of the idea. These people who I met, they are affiliated with Netflix. Yeah. And
so the 3 people up in Melbourne or whatever it was.
Disney Plus, they're like 2 main people who they're trying to give
so they're getting your ideas and they're the third party.
They'd be the middleman.
Yeah, so they're just fucking...
supposed to be like a big Netflix conference in August, and I was supposed to have 10 pages and shit ready for that, for them to go and
submit or something.
For them to put the feelers out there, but because all this happened,
it's fucked.
Everything's been cancelled.
Yeah, everything's been cancelled.
And I think Hollywood just opened up like 2 weeks ago. Opened back up.
Sounded like they opened up and then they closed it again.
Did they?
Yeah, but I could be totally wrong.
Thanks, Waleed Ali.
Yeah.
News source. You're my news source. I don't listen to the.
In Spain, is it? Alright, so you're going to do that. That got cancelled. But it's still, they're just like, keep writing. Keep writing. Keep going.
Don't.
But it's a creative, I find myself doing just stupid shit, whatever, stand-up material and stuff. That the more that you write, the more creative you are. Your brain's just oozing with shit. And if you don't write for 3 months, 6 months, whatever it is, you sit down and you're like,
So that's me trying to get back into it now. Like I've got another another idea, which I've
Another one.
scrapped
The 40s. You've
I've
doubled it.
scrapped the key. Yeah.
Yeah.
Still, it's like Friends and Seinfeld, just single people getting around talking.
Oh, yeah.
Nah.
Oh, okay.
Shit out.
Oh, you wasn't
No one
idea?
wants to see that.
I mean,
No one wants to see.
depends what they're doing. If they're fucking...
No one wants to see Friends rebooted as 50-year-olds fucking, each other singly. Do they? I don't know. I think
There's an audience for everything. It's realistically.
Yeah, but
if you can get 5% of like fucking certain demographics, you're fucking doing well.
Yeah.
If it interests you and you can naturally write it and just punch it out and you're happy to do it, then do it. But if you don't want to fucking write the reboot of fucking Friends, suggest probably not.
You know what? I'll probably watch it. Through gritted teeth, I'll watch it and I'm like, fuck you.
I could have done this.
Yeah. When's Seinfeld coming out? When they go?
I couldn't see Jerry having anything to do with that. He's just like, I left on the top.
Imagine
I'm not gonna
like
fucking
Kramer as he is now.
Racist Kramer. He's just like, no, you guys would have been hanging from trees. I'm pretty sure that is what got him into trouble. The Laugh Factory.
Yeah.
LA, I'm pretty sure.
Been there?
I've been there too. It's pretty fucking sweet.
Oh no.
Saw Dane Cook.
Oh yeah. What's the other one? The comedy.
Comedy store. Comedy store's
sick.
sick.
Comedy store.
Yeah, it's fucking sick.
Yeah.
What year did you go?
Last year.
Last year? I went last year too. September?
Spent my summer abroad in Hollywood.
What month did you go? December or something? June.
Would have been June.
Okay.
So
I went September last year. It was fucking sick.
It's so good.
I mean, $20 and you're seeing fucking each night. You're seeing like 3 people have Netflix specials.
I know. And all like
Bill Burr just rocked up as a special guest.
The podcast bros are all
there. You walk outside. There's just like fucking big time comics just having a beer, and you're like, I could just get you right now.
Yeah.
There's no security.
Yeah.
I could just touch your face if I wanted to.
Just
probably shouldn't have said that out loud.
Just touch him. Just touch Sebastian Maniscalco.
Yeah. See how psycho he would get. Fucking set you on fire, that guy.
Would he?
Oh, I'm pretty sure he's... I think one of his specials was I Hate All People or something like that. All People Are Scum or something like that. Like, he's pretty fiery. He's Italian dude, isn't he?
Yeah.
Italian-American? Yeah.
I would let him set me on fire as well.
Yeah, really? Big fan?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Really?
Amazing.
He annoys me.
Does he?
Yeah. But, I mean, if you listen to the show...
The way he moves...
he's very talented. I'm 100% there, but...
No, I would let him...
You let him move to set you on fire?
Oh, yeah.
You're seeing from Reservoir Dogs, he's just fucking...
Yeah.
So obviously you're still pursuing a career in film.
Yeah,
so just more writing?
So after the 20s,
yeah,
that went nowhere, I auditioned to TAFTA, the Australian Film Television Academy in Brunswick.
Yep.
Shout out John Orchik and his mob out there.
Yeah. And Jesse went there?
He was there the year before me.
Yeah. So he had done the course before doing your gig?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. And you did yours and then hadn't done anything?
Yeah.
So went balls deep.
Maybe I should...
You went from a virgin to having sex with a porn star. That was your leap. You pretty much just went like, know what, I'm going all in.
And I came out the other side and I was like, eh.
And you turned out like a porn star, like crying, no job, just fucking like...
Can't cry.
Yeah, can't cry. Okay.
Especially not on camera. Yeah.
I'm amazed that people can just fucking tear up. I reckon I could. There's a lot of demons in here just wanting to get out.
Yeah.
They're coming from our
There's a lot in here too, but like it's so tight that...
You're scared if it opens up, you just fucking
best to
squirt it out.
Keep them at bay. Keep the tears inside the duct.
Yeah. We'll never stop crying.
So yeah, I did that, did the full-time Brunswick course, the 6-month one.
Yep.
Yeah, I was commuting every second day. And that's where I met the lovely Dale now, Georgia.
Big rap to Georgia. Shout out.
Shout out, Georgia.
You gave her a shout out before, but I hadn't clicked record. That's why you didn't hear it, Georgia. That's why we did it 55 minutes in. So I apologise. I let myself down and I let Tim down.
This guy's got my back.
He walked straight in and he was like, straight away, and he shout out to the lovely Georgia.
He's like, sorry, he's just scrambling around, got it.
Yeah.
Hit record. So we met her there, and then we finished the course, and which was the end of 2017.
Yep.
And then halfway through the course, there's a Johns, he's an old actor, he's an old Australian actor. He has a daughter, Jess. Shout out Jess.
Oh, Jess? John's daughter, Jess.
She has a course in Hollywood, which is which is after the American acting, whatever the rest of the acronym is.
Yeah, something.
After Film Television Academy, American Arts.
Yep.
And she was spruiking that during the course, and George and I were like, "Oh yeah, that'd be cool."
Pretty cool.
So
this is 2017.
Yeah. So from the course ending, we pretty much auditioned and got into the course for the summer 2019.
Oh, it's that fucking far ahead.
You have to
save
you
money.
have to get in. You have to save.
Yeah.
So we.
Because you're going to be there for how long? Sorry, in LA?
It was a 12-week course.
Oh, so you need to have money for 3 months living abroad.
Yeah.
In fucking LA.
Yeah, the most expensive place in the world. Probably not, but it felt like it.
I mean, fucking after England and fucking Europe, conversion rate for Australians, the dollar is pretty fucking.
Yeah.
Lose about 25 to 30% of your fucking money, which is annoying.
But you know, if you don't think about it, then it doesn't matter.
Yeah, true.
If it's not then
it's like robbing a bank. Just do it on an autopilot.
Yeah. So we we saved up for that. Then we went. We were away for like 6 months. I think we went to Coachella and then Central America.
Oh yeah.
Mexico and stuff.
Yeah. Did you go to Guatemala?
Yes.
Did you hike the volcano?
No.
Tingo, whatever the fuck it's called.
We were there, but I got violently ill. Like the worst food poisoning I've ever had.
Can you remember what you ate?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A empanada.
Okay.
Oh, never again.
Let's put you off.
And you know what? I got so sick, and I didn't lose any weight for those 11 days.
Yeah.
So that was also annoying.
Yeah.
And unfortunate. I wasn't like a cool skinny bitch. I was like sick and.
Is this before you were going to LA? You're like,
yeah.
I get so skinny.
I'm more like on that vodka cocaine diet.
Yeah.
Like just all cock and ribs, you know.
Yeah,
just gone. But no, I still had the plump face and the empty bowel. So yeah, we did that, and then landed in LA June 1st, and then did the course for 12 weeks.
How was that?
Amazing.
Shout out to Jess.
Shout out Jess and the crew.
John's daughter Jess.
You're good with names.
Yeah.
It was amazing. It was so fun. It was intensive. It was.
I'm not sure I understand.
Settle down, Siri, you fucking bitch.
It was the LA intensive. I said.
Is it just always on?
Yeah.
Just pipes up, fucking. Say something under your breath and it repeats it to someone.
Yeah. She's out there. She knows.
Yeah.
She knows me. She's cool.
Yeah.
So we did that course. It was the LA intensive in the middle of summer, which was different.
Did you have a car?
Yeah, we had a car with 4 of us living at in a house in an Airbnb.
Yep.
Shout out.
What part of Hollywood?
Shout out North Hollywood. Shout out those guys. Shout out Cyril, Georgia, and Robert, and the rest of the class. Or shout out the rest of the class too.
If you remember all their names, I'll be impressed.
I do, but we don't have time.
Okay, that's fair enough.
And yeah, like it was. If you're in that industry, it's highly recommended.
How would someone get into that? So let's say they've done that course and that for some reason they didn't pay attention that day when Jess was
Brunswick one.
Yeah, Jess was spruiking it. They didn't pay attention. What would they just Google fucking?
I think but it's more like an in-house sort of thing.
So you only know.
Yeah. Most of the people, most of the people who were in the class had done TAFTA.
Yeah.
And then like the next point is AFTA.
Yeah.
And then
I wonder how she's got her fucking working visa in America.
Just
it's a weird question. I just they came to my brain. I'm like, how's this bitch working? But Jess isn't a bitch, you know? It's,
No. She's cool. She's
amazing.
She's
John's daughter.
Mm.
Alright, so you did that for 12 weeks?
Yeah.
Intensive.
Yeah, so
whatever
of the
word
days,
you used.
Some of the days, some of the extension. Some of the days.
Extension lead course.
Some of the days towards the end were like 14-hour days.
Oh shit. Was it you like, Jess, pick up the pace? I've got to fly home soon.
No, it was like we were living day to day.
Did she take you anywhere? Did she's like, hey, let's hang out tonight? I'll take you to a comedy club or fucking who likes cocaine? I don't know. It's fucking
the second one, but we'll leave it there. There were a few parties.
Yeah.
A few nights.
Crazy LA parties.
There were a few like networking things, which is the N word. Networking is foul.
Mine's different.
Just talking about what's yours? It's talking about talking about yourself.
Yeah.
To people who don't give a shit.
Okay.
It's actually really hard to do.
Yeah. No, it's hard as fuck.
Which is networking, just getting your name out there. Talking about the projects you've been in, what you aspire to
Were you like, check me out on Google, fucking YouTube, I got my own show,
20s.
The 20s, kind of a big deal in Australia.
20s,
you could just
the
flog yourself like there's no tomorrow and no one fucking knows.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You could be like, I've been in a lot of shit.
I'm not doing
like,
that.
do you watch gay porn? Oh, you haven't seen me in anything then. But like,
I'm not doing that now.
Oh wait, that's after. This is the warm up.
Yes.
I get your backstory. I know where your weaknesses are, and then I'm like, so you want to be a movie star, do you?
No, I'm listening. I'm absolutely listening. So and then a lot of those people in the course are like continuing on.
Yeah.
But it's really hard to judge now because everything's shut down.
And that was last year?
Yes. Got back August. So it's been nearly a year ago. Like this time last year.
This year's an absolute 2020 is a write-off.
Yeah.
Which is annoying, but unless you... Are you still writing?
I've got. I've started a new thing, which is just like I've got so many ideas and like 10 pages of stuff from in the past where I'm just bringing those up again and just rewriting and putting a lot of those into one idea instead of having.
Sometimes that's exactly what I do with jokes.
Yeah.
I write 3/4 of a joke or half a joke and I'm like, I don't know how to finish that. Then something happens in my life and I'm like, that fucking did it. Grandma's dead. And I'm joking sometimes.
I did a stand-up 4 years ago.
Yeah.
It was nasty. This was before.
Where did you do it?
This was for Raw Comedy.
I did Raw Comedy this year. Fucking Ballarat. Got through the first heat.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, won that with a girl named Hannah. Can't remember her last name.
Gatsby.
No. And I got to Brunswick, did my thing, and then I was fucking.
I did the first heat was at the Evelyn.
Oh yeah.
I did that, and this was before any acting classes. It was.
And you went bad, did you?
Fucking foul.
Really? Because it's usually such a warm audience.
But the story.
What did you talk about?
So at the time I was living in a caravan in Mum's backyard.
Okay.
And it was
I like it.
Structured around that, being like a 26-year-old guy, and he's like, I'm sexually active in a caravan.
Yeah.
Like at the start.
Most people from England. Yeah.
At the start when I first bought it, I'm like, this is going to be like a pussy magnet.
Yeah.
So like a female magnet, a magnet.
Yeah.
And
of pussy.
I didn't say it.
Yeah. You did at the start.
Edit my word out.
Yeah.
And then after I got in there, it was like, no one is ever coming back here ever again. This is grim. This is
and that didn't work.
I was just all like poorly structured.
Did you write it out?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you practice it?
It was like
what fucking bug is that? It's a wasp or something.
One. It was
terrifying.
3 pages of handwritten stuff.
It's on you. It's on your shoulder.
Get it off. That's cool. It's good.
It's like a friendly one.
It was 3 pages that I'd written in pen, and I think it was like structured well. It was a beginning, middle, and end.
So you had 5 minutes, I believe it is, or they'd like you to do about 4.5 for raw.
Yeah.
So the first light will come on and that'll start flashing you, and then if you go longer than 10 seconds, they're like, and you're out, motherfucker. Like, it's competition, that's one of the rules.
Yeah.
Was it just that? Did you just do like you did 4.5 minutes on that bit?
Yeah, but it was like a story more
Yeah.
of a, you know, like it started like with, I think like there was a seat and I stood up and like, hi, my name's Tim, I'm 26 and I live at home.
Yeah.
And it sort of went from there. And I just bombed.
Yeah.
Because it was before like, you know, trying to learn lines and.
I like how you just jumped into it though.
Yeah.
That's pretty interesting.
I didn't tell a soul.
Yeah, neither did I. I went
down on my own.
G-Pack, 280 people, first ever fucking
See,
gig.
that's way too local.
And then I just went fuck I didn't know it a soul. I know my mates don't watch comedy before, like, you know, I've dragged them to a few international comics that have come to Australia. And then I went okay.
So I had to leave. I had to like jump on the train and go.
Peace. Yeah, that was me in Brunswick the second time when I was like, ooh, this is a bit dejecting. And then I was trying to get a tram and they're like, they closed on a Sunday after 6 or something. And I was like, fuck me. So then I had to get a fucking cab and I missed my train by like a minute. Had to just wait in Hungry Jack's, which I didn't mind, for like an hour.
Oh no, the Hungry Jack's they've got
in the train station.
They've got us cornered.
Yeah.
And then also the pub, that pub at in Southern Cross. Good shit.
Genius. It's genius.
It was like a, you know, this is like when Snapchat was a big thing, and I was, you know, talking about like trying to send Snapchats of my dick.
Yeah.
You know,
snake pics. All in the business.
On like, you know, from corner to corner on a white slice of bread, and he's like doing it. Hey, let's go to Bunnings.
Yeah.
Sending to the guys, not to not like dirty dick pics, but that didn't go down well.
Really? I would have loved to see the if it was recorded.
I have the
audio
paper. Like I still have the.
But I just want to see your mannerisms.
Yeah.
You know, when it's live.
I don't. I know. Just
monotone like you're autistic or something. My name's Tim Jessen and I am going to do some jokes today. I'm 26 and I live in a caravan. It's a magnet of pussy. Something like that.
Yeah. Even that probably would have been a good shtick, but I didn't even pull that off.
Yeah. It's hard. It's hard. I don't pretend to know that I know anything about fucking comedy. I've got some mates who are fucking absolutely killers. They're hilarious. And if they keep it up, I reckon they'll be like a semi-household name.
Yeah.
You know, without fucking a break or something. Like some of them would just work their asses off, but it's
Have you watched
hard.
Last One Laughing on Amazon?
No.
Like the Australian comics locked in a room for 6 hours.
I did see the little thing on YouTube and it looked fucking horrendous.
That shit is amazing.
It's amazing, is it?
Like it's just.
Is it slapstick shit?
Yeah.
Like Sam Simmons and.
Do you like Sam?
I really like Sam. I saw him in Edinburgh, and
yeah?
I saw it. And so it's fucking Scotland one year when the festival was on. It was fucking amazing.
How long ago?
2016.
Yeah, I think I saw that show. I did see that show in Melbourne.
Okay. Was it the one where he's fucking like he drinks a beer? Like he probably could have changed it from show to show, but I remember a big thing was like he just like he's talking about something and then he drinks a beer. He's got like a tall boy, like your bigger size can, and he's just like and tipping it in his mouth, but he drinks the whole thing without like putting it to his mouth, and he doesn't hurt. It goes for so long because he's just tipping it like. Sam Simmons special.
I
It's very
was
funny.
like blazed as hell. So
Yeah.
I saw that year. But that was like when he was at the door, like ushering people to their seats.
Oh, okay.
So, like, he's looking at the tickets and he's like, yeah, that's that way. And no one realised.
Yeah.
Like,
That's
the fuck? What are you doing here?
Yeah.
And then like he'd like take off the vest and just go on stage and start. And
that's brilliant. So what I do at the comedy store.
That's the kind of shit that
seat ushers just
love. Do they?
Yeah, a lot of them. So I think it's kind of like doing an apprenticeship type thing at the comedy store, and a lot of them, you would say probably like 4 or 5 of them, I would say, because we were there for like 8 days. So I went to the comedy store. I went to probably me and my mate Timmy Tobin. Shout out to Big Timmy.
Shout out the little Timmy. Shout out Big Timmy.
Yeah. He is a fucking monster, this man. But we went there for like 8 nights. And
you go every night.
We went bar 1, and the night that we didn't go to, I think we went to the Brea, which is out of town. It's about an hour, and we went and saw Ari Shafir do his Jew special,
Yeah.
which he was going to film this year, but apparently he fucked it with his Kobe Bryant comments and they kiboshed him. He said he was happy that Kobe died, I believe. Allegedly.
It's alleged.
So that everyone was like, fuck you, mate, and they fucked him off.
Right, because I do remember hearing, like, because he's part of the podcast fraternity, isn't he? Or he's on Rogan?
He's on Rogan, he's sometimes Tom Segura, fucking Ginger Whiskey, fucking Bert Cast.
Ginger Whiskey, I saw him.
Yeah.
I saw him, yeah.
Andrew Satina.
Yes. Have you seen Dave? The show, the Little Dicky?
Little Dicky, no.
He's on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, great show. If you ever get him.
Little Dicky, that did look funny. Because he's a rapper, and he's like a real rapper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Talented.
Is
very,
he?
very good. But yeah, this show, Dave, on FX.
Yeah.
Great.
But it's just about him, like bits of his life, and it's obviously like
pretty like
dramatization, whatever that fucking word is.
Pretty like, it must be like, it's pretty close.
Yeah.
Talking about like he's got more hair than dick on his shaft.
Okay.
He thinks that his dick was made out of like the ball skin instead of the shaft skin. I think that's real.
His rapping name is Lil D.
Yeah. That's like, yeah.
I've seen him in interviews, and everyone's like, so is that rap name true? And he's like, yeah, it is. And I was like, I said it a long time ago, it was my handle, and it stuck, and I took off.
Mm.
He's like, it is what it is.
If he's listening, come on to the show.
Lil Dicky. So you did that type of the intensive stuff in LA for 12 weeks.
Yep.
You come back in...
Doing absolutely fuck all. It's like, why'd you even go, cunt?
Yeah, okay.
But
it's worth it. You still got it in the brain circle.
It was... Like, it's not... I'm never going to give it up.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
It's just one of those things that...
I reckon COVID might be a blessing for that industry, the film industry in Australia, because a lot of other countries are ravaged and their economy's fucked.
Mm.
I reckon that Australia may put their hand up to be like, come film in Australia.
There's like $500 million to be spent in the industry.
Wow, there we go.
Up in Australia.
Yeah, so that must be perfect.
Is $500 million 500 million?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, you saw 500 million, you're like, I believe it's $500 million.
Yeah, like I've seen a few articles on that.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, which is
amazing.
But who knows what it is. And
yeah, it might go to the weird little spots.
Or I think it's like for the States to film over here. I think it's a big grant for them to come like.
Well, hopefully they're not going to bring over extras and stuff like that. Like, at least you get your foot in the door in some capacity if you want to.
If I can,
a lot of it's filmed up in Queensland.
Yeah, I know. Shout out Johnny Depp.
Yeah.
And the dogs. Is it Barnaby Joyce who was upset with him?
When he brought his dog into Australia. Yeah. They were going to send him back home. They were like, "Fuck you, mate! You smuggled a dog in." Apparently, Australia is one of the few countries where you're not allowed to bring dogs to. I believe.
Oh, didn't we learn that? Didn't we learn that?
So, to all my overseas listeners, if you're bringing your dog to Australia, no.
Because Peter Dutton will want.
Some fuckwit.
Jesus Christ.
It's like, mate, he's big time. You got to give leeway to big people. You know what I mean? Like, he's not got someone. That dog, I could put money on, is being better fucking fed, better looked after than a lot of fucking humans. Mm. It is a superstar actor's fucking pet.
Oh,
and if he's willing to smuggle it into the country, it's being fucking wormed, defleed, deballed, every fucking D that you can put in a sentence.
Cleaner some of the people that you've slept with.
Maybe, yes. Cleaner that fucking black cat. It's just wandering in.
Looks like a jaguar.
Well, it's the Otway Puma, and it's just realised that you're a different person, so it's freaking out.
Oh, sorry, I'm not Jesse, sorry. Got confused.
He's like, well, Tait's looking thin. Anyway, off topic for the cat. When you were writing it, did you think of like anything to be like your series? You'd be like, oh, I should fucking chuck in a fucking titty scene or a fucking something to get the younger viewers in to go fucking... you can't do that these days, can you? Because everyone's got tits on their phone they can look at. the days of like trying to find a nipple on Big Brother Uncut, staying up.
Yes.
Yeah, you know, are fucking gone. But where because kids,
queen.
yeah, because they have it at their fingertips. They'll never realise. Kids will not realise what it's like to sneak in your brother's room and try and look for a porno mag, or go into a forest and try and look for a porno mag like it was a mushroom drawn out of a fucking tree.
Whoa. You and I, bro.
Yeah.
But, I used to live just down the road.
Oh, really?
In Menzel's Road.
Oh, yeah.
Like 2 minutes from
a little nook, yeah.
We used to like go walking like all day.
Yeah. Looking for pornos.
Yes. And gems.
Yeah.
Shout out Mish, Chris and Rach.
It was
brothers and sisters.
Yeah.
We used to live in Melbourne and used to go out for the whole day.
Yeah, just wandering.
Yeah, just
looking
wandering.
for porno.
Anyway, back tits and sisters, sorry. Back onto the tit scene.
You're your sister in the show and you're like, alright, we're going to need you to do something a bit fucking scandalous.
Don't tell Mum.
She's paying.
Mum's at EP, Mum's executive producer.
She said it's okay, right?
There was like...
I'm quickly just going to pause this fucking... Alright, you were talking about fucking something that you said your sister, fucking something about nude scene and your mum being the EP or something.
Shit. No, I'm here. Like a nude scene? Or
like fucking...
TNA? Nah, I don't need that, bro, because the writing was that good.
Yeah, so no, you don't need any visuals.
No, we had like...
You listen, you don't even need to see the fucking... The people in the show, you can just listen to the audio.
Oh, yeah.
The 20s, it's perfect.
Yeah, like that from the door.
Oh, yeah.
We had like a bit of it. There was 2 kissing scenes. One of those with me. I wrote a kissing scene for myself.
Is this when you weren't with the missus then? You went with Georgian.
I had a girlfriend at the time.
Oh, you devil!
What a dog! What a dog!
I've heard actors on the radio chatting about fucking shit, and they're like, I was a female actress at the time, and she was like, I had a boyfriend who was also an actor. I can't remember who this fucking chick was. Maybe someone on Neighbours or something. And she was like, and he had a like passionate fucking scene with a chick. And I saw the scene, and I was like, fuck you, you're a piece of shit. And he was like, you're an actress, I'm an actor. It's part of what we do. Mm-hmm. And she was like, fuck you. And got into it. And she was like, we broke up. Because I was so jealous.
Really?
Yeah. So like
when we were in Hollywood, at the very last class was intimacy in Hollywood, and the teacher, there was 16 of us, we had to pair up.
Yeah, like cocks up.
Me and Georgia didn't do it together. Anyway, we had to.
Really?
The teacher brought in some of our other students from America.
Just kissing.
And if you didn't want to pair up with someone in the class, you'd go with one of her students. And we had to like do a scene from California.
I would hate this.
We had to do a scene from Californication where they
David Duchovny just railing some
where they
bitch.
talk, and then we had to have dry sex in front of everyone and like fake kiss and stuff.
What's fake kissing? Just like kissing one lip or something?
Like it's like kiss, like I think I'd lean into your shoulder, you lean into my shoulder, sort of like that, and then you like ride each other and you like make noises for like a minute.
Oh, I would hate this so much.
Horrible.
Yeah, it's like that.
Try and learn the lines. Leading up to
what are the lines? I'm coming.
Yeah, and you know, it's like this sex scene's coming up, so you're like trying to rush the words, get them done. Like you're trying to remember them, you're like getting all flustered and stuff. And
was anyone too good at it? Like you watched them and you're like,
you
go fuck.
It was some of it was hot, man. It was hot.
You see Georgia and you were like, you settle down, lady.
I was watching.
She thinks the complete opposite of you.
Yeah.
Like just some giant 6'6" black dude, just fucking like
hot.
Yeah. That's what you want? That's what you want me to be? Georgia? How dare you?
It's all good though. It's all good now. We're still recovering from that. 11 months later.
Yeah.
So you have to and then you have to have the dry sex and then do like a page of dialogue after it, and it was a fucking hot mess.
Yeah.
It was tough. And then I don't think we weren't recording that. That class. She didn't record it. It was just like.
They record much?
Yeah, every class.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah, you go and you watch it back, and you're like, oh god, and then she teaches you, critiques you.
Is it hard to take those critiquing type of things?
Yeah.
So not how you did this bit. You need to put more fucking blah blah blah.
Next time,
yeah.
Say it this way or do it this way.
What gets me, and like this is myself, is when people teach classes, right, and they've had mild success, and they're teaching you what to do, and you're like, you're teaching me what to do, but you didn't have fucking
That's like me.
Success.
That's like me. I had a very mild amount of local success, and if I was to teach like writing or filmmaking, it'd be just rude.
Yeah.
You know, it's just.
And now you're on a podcast.
Yeah. Shout out to everyone else who's listening. If you want to get some writing tips,
DM Tim Jessen.
You got their contacts at the end. Nice. You give them my email at the end.
Just everyone.
Yeah. We have a $99 package.
Really?
Yeah. For people who.
That's mates rates.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Cheap.
Yeah.
Where were we?
You were doing the intimate scene. You said it was a hot mess. It was fucked.
Sex scenes in the 20s.
Yeah.
Right.
You said no. There's a couple of kissing ones.
Yeah.
You were kissing
right.
some girl, but
a bit, didn't we?
you were kissing some girl, and you did have a girlfriend, and you wrote the fucking script.
Yep.
So you're a dirty dog.
That's right. That's it. Dumb cheating bastard. Sorry. Yeah, no, I didn't even want to do that.
Yeah. So how did you get the chick that you kissed though? You know what I mean? Like, where did she come from?
It was in the script, but it was always like I was an idiot in it. So it was sort of like she was here and I was here. Like it was never like I was sort of dominating. It was never like that. It was just like a.
So you like stole a kiss or something.
It was like she was the chick I was seeing in the episode at the time, and like she wanted to do stuff, and I was like, I just want to watch DVDs.
Yeah. DVDs back then.
3 years ago.
Yeah.
But now, like in the intimacy class, we learn that you have to ask. You're like, are you okay? I'm going to touch you here and here.
Really?
Yeah. The actors.
The days are gone of fucking like. Listen, I'm going to put some butter on my fingers.
Yeah.
And you're
going to kiss.
And then you're going to.
Whoa! What are you?
You're going to cough.
Yeah. No. But everything. It's all calculated and like meditated. And
so it's choreographed.
Oh yeah, choreographed.
Sexy.
Oh yeah.
Fuck.
Yep.
That's fair enough.
So,
I would actually rather that, to be honest. I'm like, I'm going to touch your knee, and they're like, whoa, you pervert. I'm like, yeah, how did you know?
Funny thing about my knee, it's okay.
Yeah. Oh, that's why I call my cock. What would you have done differently with fucking the 20s?
The 20s. Alright, well, if we had more time, I probably would have taken a few proper acting classes.
Yeah, so you jumped in, as you said, balls.
Yeah.
As I said.
Yeah, nuts first.
Yeah.
Here come your nuts.
Yeah, not the way
Tim.
to fucking
Here
jump.
comes Tim.
Yeah.
I would have done that, probably, because I just really wanted to be in it, you know? Like, I sort of wrote the character for me, and all the other guys...
Makes it easy to act that way, too. If you're like,
all the
this
guys,
is who I am.
And all the guys made the characters their own, and the girls as well.
So you let them do their thing.
Yeah,
There's no vision.
There was a.
I need this motherfucker to do this.
There was like a slight blueprint, and then they just owned it, you know.
Yeah.
Which was all I asked for. But there's differently that probably.
Did you originally put it on YouTube straight away?
Yeah. So we released
Facebook.
Both.
Yeah.
Both.
Okay.
It was like
your premiere and
it was YouTube and then a link on Facebook. The YouTube link on Facebook on the page, and then everyone shared it and all that stuff.
Yeah. Was that their go-to thing? Like, you must
like
share
and
this.
Subscribe.
Yeah, mine's doing that fucking shit. I don't even know what the subscribe fucking thing is. So.
It's a red button. It says subscribe.
Is that it?
Yeah, it's down the bottom corner. Just hit that.
There you go. You did the plug for me own fucking shit. Subscribe for the YouTube.
TED Talks or Tait Talks. Whatever,
TED Talks first, and when you go,
is.
That's not informative. Go back to Tait Talks.
Whatever the name is when this comes out.
Yeah.
I would have done like I guess a proper marketing.
Yeah, I was just going to say, did you advertising? Did you put any money into any advertising?
Just like $11 on Facebook here and there.
Yeah.
Which was,
did it work?
I think so. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like it was. I don't really know how the Facebook advertising worked.
Yeah,
Like
some sort of algorithm.
Yeah. I don't know. Like I don't know. I don't think anyone from.
Instagram wasn't a thing then, was it? It wasn't as big.
Yeah, shit, yeah. But it wasn't.
3 years ago.
Yeah, but it wasn't like.
Because now it's huge.
Yeah.
So,
it wasn't like IGTV, I guess.
Yeah. So episode 1, I had Jules Muncie on, and episode 7. So he's got a clothing business, Indigo Luna.
Shout out Jules.
Shout out to the Month's Man, Iron Man Muncie, and he said I believe, and I could be totally wrong. I think he said they spend like something like $10,000 a month on advertising on Instagram.
Wow.
Obviously, they're making
Yeah.
some money.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's.
I
I haven't seen him driving a Ferrari, I think, but it's but obviously.
Mark Zuckerberg's one driving the
Bugatti
from their money.
Yeah. So
yeah, I think probably
advertising.
should have gone down the proper path of marketing, advertising, and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's still there. So it's a good, like a, what's it called? Like not a footprint, not a digital footprint, but so if I was to, if I wanted to take the Twenties further,
yeah,
like 8 episodes, syndication kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like an 8 episode deal, so many seasons or whatever.
Yeah.
This is like the jumping off point with these 5 episodes.
So is that like evidence?
Yes.
So you could just be like fucking.
It's
a selling point. You could be like,
yeah.
We already have, say, 150,000 views on YouTube. This fucking works. People are watching it. Would you like to fucking jump on? We've got 5, and I can write another X amount to make it 4 seasons.
We need like Screen Australia or Screen Victoria funding.
Oh,
and
okay.
then my dream is in the dream world. I have a show on Stan, a Stan original.
Yeah.
Because I've loved them from the start. Like they have only a few originals, but it's really good Australian content. And
is Stan Australian?
Yep.
Okay.
Owned by Channel 9.
Oh, really?
Yep. It's like everything that goes through Stan is through like the 9 headquarters.
Yeah.
I guess if it's commercial,
so you couldn't really, if it's going through Channel 9, they probably limit it at the most to like MA as in the rating.
But like
so many shows that are actually
Australian content it's the one thing. It doesn't matter what channel it is. It's the one tone, as in it's so commercial, and there's always the same actors on it.
Yeah, no, it's always the same fucking people.
But then there's like and so with ABC, it's has all the same actors, the same production.
It's a comedy show, it's going to have fucking
Yeah.
It's just another comedian writing a show and then putting Dave Hughes in, and then you know what I mean. Like it's another.
Yeah. There's some really good stuff, like some amazing stuff. The Jungle Entertainment shit that's like probably my favourite production company in Australia. That's something I would love to have a bit of reach out to.
Yeah.
Because they do, they have some really good comedy stuff.
Yeah. Okay.
And they're all over the platforms from Stan. They had the first Stan original, No Activity, which I don't know if you've seen.
No. I'm very limited on the Stan front. I have Netflix and I go on YouTube and Pornhub occasionally.
Yeah. Shout out Pornhub.
I mean, they're a sponsor that I would tell you. I'd be like, you know what?
And you're happy to pay for the premium service, even though it's free every month, isn't it, or something?
I'm not too sure. I never get that far. I usually click into it to see the thumbnails. I'm like, oh.
Okay.
Time to click it off now.
TMI!
Yeah.
But that's what I love. Too much information is my favourite thing.
That could have been the podcast. Too much information. They probably guarantee there is one.
The
name.
Tait much information. God, it's TMI. So yeah, some of that stuff is like I have a goal, but it's like it's when I get there, I guess.
Yeah. I'm just gonna quickly check my notes. I feel like we've covered most of it, mate, in some capacity. I reckon I'm happy with this. If you wanted to add anything, any social media people want to follow you on, any plugs, we've done the 20s 1,000 times. You should do a 20.
If people are still listening
in there,
in
the hour and 39 minutes,
and you're still listening and you want to go and check out the 20s or Facebook, the20s.com/ what? Start again. Edit that bit. It's the 20s.
There's no editing. There is no fucking editing.
It's the 20s on Facebook. The 20s69. Hey-oh.
And 20s on YouTube.
Yep.
And Instagram at all? Instagram?
Nah.
No.
Just Timothy Jessen _ on Instagram.
And
there's a very little amount of content, so we might scrub that out at the end. Just the digital razor. Don't worry about my handles, right? If I can get a bit of traffic on there, that's cool.
Yeah. No. Like and subscribe. I'll be putting his home address out in the description, so if you want to send him anything,
that's fine. The business address.
Yeah. We know his work partner is Corey. Won't say his last name, but you know.
Do you want to give him one more shout out? Because if he's still listening, which he probably is,
should we badmouth the shit out of fucking Corey?
Smacking off hearing his name on the internet.
Yeah, it was a good goal sneak, Corey. Back in the day, footy. Yeah.
Right.
Then he became a backman.
And if he hears that, he's not going to shut up there for like 5 months. So
he's a piece of shit. That's what I love about Corey. He knows what he is. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for listening to episode 11 of the podcast, Tait Talks. My guest has been Tim Jessen.
Timothy Jessen to you.
Timothy Jessen to me. His friends call him Tim. Thank you so much for coming on the show, mate. You've probably been here for about 2.5 hours of just rambling and chatting before the podcast, and now all up. Thank you so much, mate.
No worries. I'll send a check to the address when I get back home.
Too easy, mate. We don't check the letterbox, but it's all good.
No worries.
Thank you, guys. God bless, as I always say.
Bless up.
Bam.